All right, everybody, thank you so much for coming on our monthly business presentation, something individually the three presenters have been doing on their own over the course of years and years, but recently we've collaborated and made this a monthly collaboration in presenting our business that we love. And we're just so grateful that you guys took your time to join us tonight, to hear, to learn, perhaps to share with someone that you invited. Maybe you're already a coach with us this evening and you've invited someone else on. So first and foremost, thank you so much. We are recording this presentation and we will keep it to 30 minutes long. Some very quick Zoom basics. You guys are muted. The recording is only going to show the presenter who's speaking. If you have a question you want to chat, you can use a chat bar. Let's see, what else? I guess that's really all you need to know about that. So we are going to talk first about what we do as coaches. I'm going to kick things off with that topic and kind of what the benefits are of being a coach. And then I'm going to toss it over to Cam from Pittsburgh, and she's going to talk about the training, the support, the day in the life of a coach, sort of our history. And then finally, Holly's going to talk to you guys about how to earn. That's the fun stuff, and how to get started. So let's see. First of all, my name is Ellen. I live in Oregon, and I've been doing this business for 6 years. I'm in the best shape of my life, and I don't just mean physically. I mean this business has it's brought out someone. It's developing and has developed me into someone I'm really proud of today. Someone. A businesswoman that I didn't know existed. It's also brought into my life some of the very best friendships a girl could ever hope for. My co-presenters are a testament to that. We are far-flung and across the continent, and yet very dear friends because of this business. So it's with a sense of passion and just earnestness that we do these presentations. We love what we do, and we love to share it. So what we do is fitness, nutrition, and accountability. We have what we call, as coaches, vital behaviors. They are be proof that the products work. They are share or invite. They are do personal development. And they're basically applaud and praise others. Like if you were to boil down the business, I just said what it is. It is that simple. It looks a little differently in all of our respective lives because we have different personalities and different skill sets. But it's those 4 things that every successful coach is doing. So let me just quickly break that down. Being proof that the product works, that just means that we want to be credible and authentic. And so we are using our products. We are pushing play in our Beachbody On Demand library, trying to complete program after program after program, working on our fitness, working on our nutrition, and there's a bazillion, there's like 600 plus workouts in our Beachbody On Demand arsenal, from prenatal workouts to high intensity insanity asylum workouts. There's the whole entire gamut to workouts for kids. So we're working on our fitness and we're just living it out loud. And I think that brings me to the next point, which is we're inviting. And this is probably the point I like to share the most about, because we are not pushy, salesy people. No one in our organization, which by the way, Holly, who's going to present tonight, she in the hierarchy of our organizations is above. So she's the upline. She's in the upline, the lineage of Cam and I. And Cam and I are more like what I guess you would say are cousins of one another. And so I just want you guys all to know, who don't know us, that we pride ourselves on not being network marketers that push things down people's throats. We don't post, like if you can go creep on all of our social media accounts. You're not going to find links to shop at our store. You could like go scroll for miles in my messenger. You're never going to find any hey girl messages or, hey, I'm trying to meet my goals this month. Can you help me out? There's nothing like that. It's just not the culture that we have. I'm sure you can find it out there in the Beachbody Coach Network, because it is network marketing, and that is a tactic that some network marketers use. We don't. So we really believe that sharing is just having results working on yourself, being attractive. I don't mean like size 4 and nice hair and nice teeth. I mean, living an attractive lifestyle where you're growing and working on you and loving other people. That's attractive. So that people want to know, like, hey, what is that thing that you're doing? That's how we quote unquote sell. We try to attract people to us that are like-minded people. Actually, the three of us, and this is not a prerequisite at all. The three of us also happen to have been or be fitness professionals currently, where we teach classes, or Cam and I are currently master trainers. Holly can tell you what her background is. And so it's also something that if you are in the fitness industry, like the gym world, whether you're a personal trainer or a group exercise instructor or a gym owner or manager, this what we do is like great. It's a great tool to have in your toolbox to helping more people and more people outside of the brick and mortar of the gym. So we like to attract like-minded people, people that care about others, people that lead with heart and passion. We get to work from home. We get to work as much or as little as we like. Obviously, the harder you work, the more income you can make. I hope that goes without saying. We are not get rich quick. We are also not get fit quick. So we're all about hard work gets results. That's the message you're going to hear from us. We get to work mobily. So a lot of what we do is on social media, just kind of living out loud our best foot forward, not a fake foot forward, not a fake foot forward, but our best foot forward, including our failures, but how we're trying to live healthy, fulfilling lives. That's what we do. We share healthy, fulfilling lives. And then there's no, we don't buy a bunch of inventory, and there's not a lot of startup costs. So that's another benefit to what we do. I mentioned the working on personal development. That can be audio, it can be a book, it can be video, it can be a podcast, it can be YouTube. Holly would say, because I've heard her say this before, she thinks you should consume personal development with all types of all those ways. But we do spend at least 10 minutes a day individually as coaches just trying to work on the betterment of ourselves as a human being, whether you're reading something about how to be a better mom, or how to get your finances in order, or nutrition development, anything like that counts towards business and personal development. We spend time on that every day. We create a new life for ourselves. That's what we do with this business. And then we share that. So that's a little bit about what we do. I'm going to toss it over to Cam. She's going to quickly introduce herself and talk to you a little bit more about the day in the life of a coach and our training and support systems.
That was great. It's so good to see you. And it's good to see everybody else on the call. Thank you guys for being here. I am Cam from Pittsburgh, and as Ellen mentioned, I am a Beachbody master trainer. Don't want you guys to know that part about me right now, because what I'm going to share about is, what is Beachbody? Beachbody has its foot in the sand here with the fitness industry. It's kind of like the big giant. It actually has been around since 2007. So it's going back 20 years. And here I am, I didn't know that. And I think that that's kind of cool that I wasn't the girl that, was like, I want to be a Beachbody coach. So when I'm actually going to help you guys figure out, let's debunk some of those myths, because I never wanted to sell anything, just like Ellen said, and I never wanted to be a network marketer. I'm a physical therapist. I have a doctorate in physical therapy. So one of the things to Beachbody, when I started doing my research, and trust me, I researched for 11 straight months. I know from the day I started to the day I signed up, it was 11 months, and I wanted to find every reason not to do it. And what I kept on finding was, this company is reputable. This company has longevity. This company is doing big things. This company's producing another product, and there's new stuff coming out every year, all the time. And it's just and Insanity changed my life. I am the girl that burned a copy of Insanity. I didn't buy Insanity from Beachbody. I didn't even know who Shaun T was. And now I think he's one of my brothers, and it's cool. But at the time I said, this works. That's fitness. And I taught at the gym. By no means at the level that I teach now, meaning it wasn't my profession. I had a real profession. I was working in the hospital all the time. But I loved fitness. And I was like, if I could have a little bit of that that a little bit of that Shanti, like what he does, I want to do that. I want to be a part of that company, and it's going places. So I knew for myself that the model made sense to me, because the way Beachbody actually became a network was our founders, Carl Deichler and John Cogden. They created the network because everybody was sharing the results from P90X. And who doesn't know what P90X is? It's like one of those things that it has like so much brand recognition. P90X, Insanity, people just know us. That was just really great, just to mold my, like what I was doing already into this type of model and just share it with other people, because that's what was happening. So I didn't sign up to be a coach initially, but then people were like, well, how did you lose your baby weight? Because that's kind of, it was Insanity. And then I was like, well, I'm giving away all this free stuff. Okay, so this works. So all I know is that I never wanted to sell anything. I still, like, I have zero degree business awareness. Actually, I'm actually somebody that really needed the training. So that's what I want you to feel so good about, is that you don't need any experience. You don't have to have a huge social media following, because when I signed up to be a Beachbody coach, I had zero following. I didn't have Facebook. Like, I didn't even have it. So I had to sign up for Facebook and Beachbody coaching. Talk about fear. I know how you feel. It is scary. It is so scary, but it can work if your passion is fitness, if you just like helping people. I was helping people and I was doing it for free. So why not help people and put them in a structured group? So what Beachbody provided me was structure to help people stay accountable to goals. And what happened, I got to stay accountable to my own goals too. And then now I'm helping people build a business. And that's what we want you to know, is that I'm no different than you. Yes, maybe I have a title of master trainer, but that means nothing, because I started on my fitness journey just like a lot of you. So you don't have to be a fitness professional. You don't have to be a nutritionist. You don't have to know any of those things. We're going to teach you everything. You just have to have a super, super, super big heart and want to help a whole lot of people. And it's going to take work, but it's work that like you're gonna love to do. I just want to touch a little bit on like what we do as coaches. One of my favorite things, and the reason I want to talk about it is just because it changed the course of my Beachbody coaching career. 12 is when I signed up, and I was like my own little person. I didn't like Ellen mentioned that Holly's our upline. At that time, I didn't know that because I didn't really sign up under a coach. I just signed up because I wanted to be a coach. Like, who does that? Nobody. But anyways, there's this thing called Summit every year, and it's an annual conference. And I went to Summit in 2012, and let me just say I drank the Kool-Aid. So every year I've gone to annual Summit. I've gone to our rewards trip. I've been like given paid vacations because I've earned them. And those are the perks that I love, because if you do know me, you know I love fitness for group fitness, teaching live classes, and building a community. So the community within Team Beachbody is everything. The energy is everything. Live events to me are one of the reasons that I just love what we do and our business, because it's kind of the last time that I got to like kiss and hug and like be with all my like people on the streets of Indy, you know, doing plyo flips. But it was just amazing and fun. So I just want you to know that we will train you. We will help you every step of the way. And you don't have to have any sort of experience. And it's okay to be scared. It's okay to doubt. We all did. We truly all did. So just know that you're in the right place with the right group of people. And Holly is somebody that I'm really excited for you to get to meet, because I really look up to her in the industry. She's kind of like my grandmama. And she's going to tell you a little bit more about how you can make this, you know, your true side hustle or full-time hustle. Oh, you Hall.
There we go. Hey, can you see me okay? Can you hear me okay? Everything's good? Okay, fantastic. Well, thank you guys so much for taking the time. First and foremost, I had to get creative. Actually, we've got what's so cool about this business is you can do it anywhere. I'm sitting in front of a tree. Normally I'm in my office, but we've got this family thing going on right now. So I'm like, I just need to excuse myself, because this is where I want to be. I want to be with you guys. This is a true priority for me, and it has been for the last 10 years, because This business has changed my life 1000%. I have literally, like, in every way, shape, or form. I knew nothing about nutrition. I purposely went into fitness because of my own struggles. I am not somebody who's naturally motivated to exercise. I always feel great, but it's not natural for me. And even though that's how I ended up in the fitness industry, because I knew that I needed the accountability. And this was just like an extension of everything else that I was doing. But I got to say that I think the biggest benefit has been, my background was primarily in like small business. So when the Beachbody opportunity came to me, I really had to wrap my head around the idea of the business side of things. And that's really where I took off. And I, from day one, was passionate about how to make an income and how to make this work. And I got to tell you that had I not been a couple $100,000 in debt, where things are getting repossessed, and I literally was like watching my life just explode into chaos. Had I not been in that position, I don't know that I would have looked for something else. All I knew was, at the time, what I was facing, the debt that I was facing. And that's not everybody's story. Maybe your story is you have something physically, health reason that you really need to get in check. There's lots of different reasons that people become a coach. But what I want to talk to you about is the possibility of your earning potential. And I was the biggest skeptic. Don't think that I just jumped into this. I also researched it. I was the biggest skeptic going into it. And I had lots of questions. And honestly, though, I was desperate enough to give it a try. I was like, I'm just going to try. Like, if I can make a couple $100 a month, like, that'll pay for groceries. That'll take a huge stressor off my life. And somebody explained to me how it worked. And they said, look, the harder you work, the more money you're going to make. And I was like, ding, ding, ding. I know I'm a hard worker. So, like, if you're sitting there, you're like, I know I'm a hard worker, then this business is perfect for you. I got to tell you that. Because I knew that I had a really great job, but my debt just far exceeded what I was looking at. I knew I wasn't going to be able to pay it off in a good amount of time. And then I started to really research and figure out, well, how does this work? Like, how do you actually make money? Which is probably what a lot of you are sitting there thinking, like, how do you actually make money? Here's the deal. You don't make money by just signing up people and then running away. The only way that we truly make a substantial income is by helping people get significant results. So helping our customers get results and helping our coaches get results. So I want you to have comfort in that we will never, ghost on you, disappear on you, because we don't get that like bulk payment like a lot of other network marketing companies do. There's usually like this huge rate to pay in, like hundreds and hundreds, even thousands of dollars, and then boom, you never talk to that person, you never see them again. That's not it for us. Like, the only way that we can truly be successful is to make you guys successful. And this is how it works. It works on the principle based on residual income. So if you are familiar with like a song, right? A hit song that goes just completely hit, right? The artists spend hours and hours and weeks and months writing it, perfecting it, preparing it, practicing it, recording it, etc. They do all that work in the beginning, but then once it hits, then it pays and it pays and it pays and it continues to pay. So this business is very similar, and so one of my mentors said to me that you will work seemingly way harder than what is fair, what you're going to get paid in the beginning. This is a long game. You need to be thinking 2 to 5 years. Within 2 to 5 years, if you do the right activities, if you follow what your upline tells you, if you do the right activities within 2 to 5 years, you'll be making full-time income. And that does not mean that you have to work full-time hours. And I thought, okay. So at the time, I agreed to myself that I was going to be able to carve out 10 hours a week. Most of that was drive time, couple hours on Saturdays, couple hours on Sundays in front of my computer. That's what I carved out, but primarily drive time. And I said, okay, I'll make connections then. I'll work on myself. I'll do my personal development. I'll listen to something positive, motivational, business inspired, all that stuff. And I knew I didn't know that I could do it, but I knew that people before me had done it. And I knew the concept of residual income, where you work for consistently for 2 to 5 years, I should be making full-time income. Well, obviously that did happen. Actually, I could have retired after 2 years, but I loved my job, and I was like, what else am I going to do with my time? This is such a part-time gig. I can't do this full-time. Now we have a family. So my husband and I were part-time business owners, but full-time parents. So I'm very, very proud of that. But I want you guys to kind of wrap your head around this idea of it's all about you and what you want, you know, whether it's a couple $100 a month, whether it's just a little bit of spending money, gas money, whether it's I need to quit my full-time job in a year or two. This isn't something that's going to happen overnight, but I guarantee you, if you do the right activities, it will happen. So you've been invited to this presentation. Obviously somebody saw something in you that sparked an interest and said, hey, I really think you'd be good at this. You know, we're people. We like helping people. We wouldn't ask you to be here on this presentation if we didn't think that you could do it. You know, and there's nothing special about me. I did not come from money. I don't, like I said, I knew nothing about nutrition. I do have a fitness background, but that was just kind of by accident because I needed the accountability myself. And I know that we're all completely different. We all bring our own things to, you know, different walks of life to this. What I want you to ask yourself right now is, what are the most, if you could wave a magic wand, change today, what would that be? Do you want more time with your family? Do you want more freedom to make the decisions, to make choices, the things that you want to do? Do you need more money? And no, this isn't about money, and no, money doesn't bring you happiness, but I got to tell you guys, what money does bring you is freedom and choices. You get the freedom to choose so many things. You get the freedom to choose how you live your life, who you can give to, who you can help, charities. You get all of that. And so while I didn't think that I was going to create this $1 million business, I didn't think that in the beginning. It was just like, I just want to pay for my groceries. And then it grew a little bit and it grew a little bit. What I want to ask you is, like, what's your security right now? Like, what is your plan B? I had no plan B. I had a great job. I made a lot of money, but my financial situation, there was just no way. There was no way I was going to make it out of that. And I just want you to ask yourself, you know, just what if? Like, why not? Like, why not you? Literally, the investment is minuscule. To own an online franchise and to be on the product, drinking a product, having a meal, the best meal you can put in your body every single day is going to cost you about $4 per day to own an online franchise. Now, you tell me what business you can start, a potentially multi-million-dollar business that you can start that has that type of a buy-in. And oh, by the way, we have 100% money back guarantee too. Like, that's how legit we are. That's how much we stand behind everything that we do. So I just want to say thank you so much for your time. Time is valuable. I know that. And I think if you have a little piece of you that's like, I want to give this a go. Maybe you're not ready to go in as a coach. Maybe you just want to try out the products, the programs. You just want to dip your toe in the water. Or maybe you're just like, you just want a discount. Whatever it is for you, I just encourage you to do it, because look at all these amazing people that you get to surround yourself with. And when you surround yourself with amazing people, amazing things happen. And I just want to say thank you so much. Make sure that you reach out to the person who invited you to this presentation, and just reach out to them and let them know, like, how can you see yourself in something like this? You are going to have a lot of questions. We're not going to answer all those here. But what I do want to instill in you is that anything is possible. You can make your own destiny. It's just a matter of, like,